All right, guys, welcome into today's video. We here to talk about MMTLP short squeeze in progress. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, I got to give a special shout out. On my video I put out yesterday, we had a person go in there and give a super thanks. So special thanks here to Feezy Fez1, gave a $4.99 super thanks. Down here, guys, I don't know if you know about this feature YouTube has now. If you like the video, you can show support through a super thanks, and you can donate any amount of money, and it highlights the comment down there in the video so your content creator can see that. Pretty similar to like a live super chat, but they have now super thanks. If you enjoyed the video, that you can go down and leave a super thanks for your creator. Like I said, that's for any of us metamaterial people. You want to do that for Roller Pigeon, Smokey, Tony, Allie, any of us. It helps out a huge deal. All right, so here's this what I shared on Twitter, and we talked about this. I wanted to touch on it again because it's very exciting, and I just want to reiterate how important this is for the short squeeze. And we got some very interesting more details to share in this video. So here it shows the price per share of MetaMaterials Series A preferred stock traded over the OTC under the ticker symbol MMAT may not accurately reflect the value of share of our common stock that you receive in the distribution. Before the distribution, the Meta's Series A preferred stock was traded on the OTC under the ticker symbol MMTLP, although such shares of MMTLP were not eligible for broker-dealer quotations, the OTC. So right there is real exciting stuff, because a lot of people's like, well, MMTLP, you won't get the dividend, you're not a Torch Legacy shareholder. Not only, guys, have we been saying this for a while, that number one, all of like Fidelity, TradeStation, TD Ameritrade, all the big dog brokerages was basically saying, if you buy an MTLP, you will get the dividend. We even had John Berta on the MetaFam chat, on Syntax and Smokey's MetaFam chat. He confirmed that as well. And now here it is in the MetaMaterials S1A. So now you're seeing MMTLP in an official document of MetaMaterials. They're acknowledging it. All right. Now this here is where it gets really interesting. Additionally, securities of certain companies have recently experienced significant and extreme volatility in stock price due to short sellers of shares of securities known as a short squeeze. These short squeezes have caused extreme volatility in both the stock price of those companies and the market, and have led to those companies' securities to trade at a significantly inflated price per share that is disconnected from the underlying value of the company. And here it says, in particular, if any investors have sold shares short of MMTLP, then in connection with distribution, such investors may feel compelled to buy shares of MMTLP to cover such sales before the distribution. Go on my Twitter. You can read this whole thing out. It's pretty amazing, man. They're basically warning, if you sold MMTLP short, you might want to cover, because you may be buying a heck of a lot higher here than what we're going to get into the price as of right now. It's pretty exciting times to be a MMTLP holder. All right. Thank you to everyone who's put a comment on this tweet. We got 76 likes, 7 retweets. Let's go. All right, guys. So the next piece of exciting footage we need to cover here. Meta support channel shared John's post here of Houston Wade from last night's show talking about a possible short squeeze. So let's listen in here to what Mr. Houston Wade has to say about this.
My E-Trade stopped allowing buys. I thought I read some good news that it's getting closer to the S1 finally happening. Hope HW goes over that. Yeah, S1 got submitted, so now we're waiting for approval from the SEC on that sucker. Hopefully soon, right? And then the minute it gets approved, I think the announcement comes, and 15 days later the company turns private. So in 15 days, every single solitary naked share has to be purchased. And if it isn't purchased, then the broker for the hedge fund has to go out and basically liquidate them and force a buy on that stuff. So the price is going to go to whatever it is. So if we all sit here and go, no, I'm not selling until $100 a share, it's very likely it can go to $100 a share before privatization. And if it goes private and, oil's at $110 a barrel, and there's 3 to 5 billion barrels in the Oregon University lands, then, we might be looking at $100 a share. Anyway, so and then, like $1 billion of that sale would be windfall for metamaterial, and the metamaterial would go, hey, we just made $1 billion this quarter on like $6 million in expenses. And the internet goes, oh my God, and then their price shoots through the roof, and then they don't face that possible delisting anymore.
All right, so he talked about a couple interesting things there, and the thing he added at the end was very interesting. Got to give him a lot of props for this insight that he gave. So talking about there, if we hold our shares, and when these broker dealers are forced to go out and buy these naked shorts, these synthetic shorts, if we all just hold, this could go to whatever price it needs to go to when they start covering. And we're going to get into the volume MMTLP, because you know we cover volume on MMTLP every day on the channel. But let's talk about the ending there. What's going to happen is Meta's in a position, MMAT's in a position to make a boatload of money off a $6 million investment. How will that look on the books? So if they, you know, as he said there, they use the $6 million to fund it, they're going to make a lot of money on that money. That's going to boost up the revenues for metamaterials, and that's going to catch investors' eye on Wall Street. And next thing you know, boom. Not only does MMTLP get the squeeze, MMAT is going to get a nice squeeze as well. Well, not really a squeeze, but a good fundamental buy there, just because of that revenue and everything else metamaterials has going on for it. So interesting there. Thank you, Mr. Houston Wade. Tony here posted WTI still 1 year moving average and moving upwards. And here you can see at lows since 1986, OPEC is cutting production by 2 million barrels a day. MMT has 3.2 billions of barrels of oil in the ground. Held down $95, trapped by the naked shorts. What a deal. All right, absolutely. I agree with what Tony's saying there. Here we got Carly shown here. The Meta booth at the SAC Atlantic. We got Mr. George there. All right, so there we go. Thank you, Carly, for getting that footage there of metamaterials. We got our buddy C-Plan out here putting out some other great information. MAT, this is a big deal, whether we realize it or not. This is telling us something is afoot when we happen soon, converting long-term debt to short-term debt. Makes it due payable this year. He put that in capital. I think this is another hidden message. And he tagged George and Scotty here. So here's where the new S1A, and they changed over here to short-term debt. And we look over here at the old S1A. It has, let me make that there, the arrows in the way. There we go. Long-term debt. So on the old one, it was long-term debt. And on the new one, it is short-term debt. So that is very exciting there, that is changed from long-term to short-term. I think C-Plant nailed it on that and caught that great little detail change there. So thanks to C-Plant for putting that out there as well. So Metamaterial News put out a little summary here of everything. I think I do agree. 100% company states MMTLP price may rise significantly. Here you can see MMTLP Torch Assets is currently waiting approval to spin off into Nextbridge. Recording and distribution date is shortly after the approval. And in the recent S1A find, the company states due to shorts covering the price MMTLP may rise significantly. If you acquire MMTLP, you receive the distribution of the new company. Possibility of partnering with or the possibility of sale or all of any other assets to third parties. All right, so let's get into the actual numbers here today. MMAT was down over 4% if you take the regular trading hours and after hours. Pretty low volume day considering average volume for metamaterials is about 4.1 million. We trade at 1.6 million. Now, keep in mind what Houston Wade said. After, like I said, I've been saying this for a while, guys. MMTLP is the short-term play. Metamaterials is going to be the long-term play. So initially, I think when all this happens, it's just going to be a nice chain event. We're going to get our money from MMTLP. Us retail is going to invest back in MMAT. And then once these earnings start coming out in the quarters of showing the revenue growth, that's when the magic is going to happen, in just my personal opinion. All right. So this here is really exciting today. MMTLP is up 9.44%. Ended the day at $1.97. Fantastic stuff. this is where it gets really exciting, guys. Our average volume for MMTLP is 288,000 shares traded, and today we traded 774,000, almost 775,000 shares, about 3x the volume. Wow! Does that not tell you something? When has it been since we've been doing these videos? Now, we came close to average volume before, and you notice this time we just blew the volume out of the roof on this one. So I think we're starting to see some shorts cover. There's a lot more retail buying. I don't think we have any of the FOMO kicking in yet of other retail traders out there that's not aware of this yet. But the stock is up 25-30% in like the last couple of days. So if we get any big moves, that, well, as you know, the naked shorts here, the synthetic shares are trying to keep this down. They don't want to draw awareness. They're not liking what's happening right now because once this hits a huge jump, that's when you get a lot of the traders coming in. They will come in and trade the heck out of this. And that's going to rise the price up more. And it's going to draw attention. People's going to learn what this is and not want to get rid of it. All right, so WTI crude oil is at $88.57. Brent crude is at $94.47. And natural gas is at $6.83. Quick rundown on MMAT on Fintel. Days to cover is at 9.69 days. Go down here. Short shares that's available is 1.9 million. Short borrow fee is 8.71%. And look at this FINRA short volume ratio today, 61.26. Wow. They shorted the heck out of MMAT. And we don't have the update yet on the aggregate. But that is all I got for you in today's video. I hope you appreciated all this information I brought to you. And all I ask in return, smash thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, guys. Peace.